Creatives, Serena here. Thanks for joining me today on my YouTube channel. A while back I got some extra paints from Schmincke and Turner, and I finally am getting around to swatching them out, so if you'd like to see what they look like, come join me. Now I've got a space all set up here along with my other palette colors. I've got a space for 4 more that I've gotten, which are the Payne's Gray Bluish, the Rose Madder, the Brilliant, that's the Rose Madder, the Brilliant Opera Rose, and the Cobalt Blue. So I'll test those 4. I'll get a little bit more of a close-up so you can see that a little better, and we'll take a look and see how those swatches come out. Alright, the first one I have to try is the Payne's Gray, and I pre-wet the pans a little bit so I would have some paint on them, some water on them to soften up the paint just a little bit. So let's start with the Payne's Gray. That's quite dark. Let's see if I add a little water to that. It should come out lighter toward the end. There we go. It's kind of a bluish color. Payne's Gray is always a little blue, but I needed something like this in my palette. I didn't really have it. It's a nice neutral color that you can use for a lot of different things, but there's the Payne's Gray. And the next one I'm going to try is the Rose Madder. I got Rose Madder because I've seen a lot of painters use this particular color in sunsets and skies, and I do some landscaping. So it's a very light color. It's not a very saturated color. Let's see if I can get a little bit more of that in there. It's not a very saturated color. It's very translucent, very light, but it has its applications, so I thought I would get this and add it to my palette. It's really a nice color. And the next one I have is the Opera Rose. This is Brilliant Opera Rose. I've been waiting to get a hold of this one for a couple of orders that I've put in, and they've been out of it each time. This one I expect to be very bright. Oh, and it is. Wow. That's almost fluorescent. Now this is one that they say you cannot get from mixing any other colors, and I can see why. Just going to keep going down with a little bit more water each time. Whoops, I think I got a little blue in there. That's the Brilliant Opera Rose. Alright, the last one I have here is Cobalt Blue Hue. This is also a very bright one. I could see I would really need to kind of muddy it down in most cases, so that kind of defeats the purpose if you're going to not really use the brilliant tone there. But this kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like in case you need to get another color to complement your palette somewheres. That's a little bit of a not a very good even wash there, but it gives me an idea of how the color will perform. And wow, you can see how that Opera Rose just pops out there. Now let's take a look at some of the Turner colors that I got. There's a little bit of a muddy color there. Sorry about that. My camera just decided to close down, and I don't know why. So the editing might be a little choppy there. I could see using this in florals as well. Nice color. It is a little muddy. I could see it could be very opaque. It's not very translucent at all. And then, of course, the last one I have a little bit of color here in my palette. I'll just wet that a little bit. This is the Prussian Blue. Beautiful color. Very versatile. Use it for a lot of things. Probably could get that a little more saturated, but on this paper it's just really hard to get like an even wash. I'm seeing that. Of course, well noted, I'm not going to use it for, use the back of it anyway. That's bee paper. It's odd because I've heard a lot of good things about bee paper. But there we go. So we'll let those dry and we'll take a look at those after they've dried to see how the color comes out. Of course, they always dry lighter. So let's give it a few and we'll take a look later. Well, there you have the colors I swatched today. I know I'm going to enjoy using all of them. You can really see how that upper rose is quite bright, and I'm looking forward to using the wine red and that quinacridone burnt orange. I can tell you that the bee paper, the opposite, the other side of the bee paper, did not like having tape put on it. It kind of pulled a little bit there, you can see. But this is just a test, so it's no big deal. I would, of course, use the other side of it. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Leave me a comment below if there's something else you'd like to see me work on or show you. Thanks for watching. Bye.